What's up, riders? Welcome back to Wheel Rev, your pit stop for all things two-wheeled. Today we're diving deep into a machine that's got the cruiser world buzzing, a Honda's all-new 2025 CMX850 Rebel. That's right, Honda's Rebel lineup just got a serious upgrade. And the 850 is here to fill a long missing sweet spot between the friendly 500 and the bruising 1100. If you're wondering whether this new midweight cruiser is just a bigger version of the 500 or something entirely fresh, stick around. We've put it through its paces, broken down the design, tested the ride, and have a whole lot to say. Let's fire it up. The first thing you notice when you walk up to the 850 Rebel is its stance. It's unmistakably a Rebel, a low-slung, blacked out, minimalist. But there's something more muscular here, a bit more attitude, a bit more grown-up. It's like the 500 went to the gym and came out with a stronger frame and sharper lines. Let's talk engine. Powering the CMX850 is a brand new 849cc parallel twin engine derived from the Africa Twin platform but tuned specifically for this cruiser's character. You're looking at around 75 horsepower and 60 pounds-to-feet of torque. That's plenty of grunt for highway pulls and city cruising alike. The throttle response is surprisingly refined, a torquey down low but smooth and progressive as you roll on. Honda's taken lessons from the 1100's DCT setup and refined the power delivery in the 850. This engine feels balanced and not intimidating for newer riders but satisfying for experienced ones who want more than the 500 offers without going full muscle cruiser. Now, the transmission. Honda's sticking with the tried-and true 6-speed manual gearbox for the 850 Anno DCT here. It's a good call for purists. The gear ratios are well spaced, and the slipper assist clutch makes downshifts buttery smooth, especially in traffic or spirited backroad rides. What makes the 850 Rebel shine is how it rides. The chassis is reworked for better rigidity, and Honda's given the spike upgraded suspension a 43mm Showa SFFBP fork in the front and dual piggyback shocks in the rear. These aren't just cosmetic upgrades. On the road, the suspension feels planted. It soaks up bumps better than this 500. And it holds a line in corners with more confidence. You're still getting that laid-back cruiser feel, but with a noticeable boost in handling and ride quality. Ergonomically, the CMX850 Rebel hits a sweet spot. The seat height is a low 27.5 inches, accessible for almost every innie, and the mid-mounted pegs mean your knees don't end up somewhere near your ears. The handlebars are wide but not overextended, offering a neutral riding position that works for both short commutes and long rides. Honda even adjusted the frame geometry to make low-speed maneuvering easier, something newer riders will really appreciate. And yes, it's comfortable. Really comfortable. The seat has been redesigned with denser foam, offering better support without being too firm. On a 100-mile cruise, we found no need to shift or squirm. Add to that a small optional windscreen for highway use, and you've got a legitimate way tour on your hands. Tech-wise, Honda keeps it simple, but not Spartan. You get a new full LCD digital display bigger than the 500, so with gear position, fuel range, average MPG, and a clock. It's clean, readable even in sunlight, and the handlebar controls are intuitive. There's also standard ABS, Honda selectable torque control, and a new cruise control feature. Yes, cruise control on a midweight cruiser. That's huge. And it works flawlessly, especially for long hauls. USB-C charging port? You got it. Keyless ignition? Not this time, but honestly, we're okay with that. It keeps the vibe old school. Styling-wise, the 850 Rebel keeps the classic Rebel silhouette but dials up the aggression. The tank is slightly larger, holding 3.6 gallons, giving the bike more presence. The rear fender is chopped tighter, the LED lighting is sharper, and there are subtle bronze highlights on some trim models that look fantastic under sunlight. You still get a blacked-out exhaust, black engine cases, and black forks. It's very modern outlaw, and we love it. You can grab it in 3 colors: matte black, metallic, pearl smoke gray, and a new radiant tread that pops like candy apple. Honda's offering an S variant too, which adds a fly screen, quilted seat, fork gaiters, and special trim for a few extra bucks. Totally worth it if you're going for that custom look straight off the showroom floor. Let's talk weight. But The bike comes in at about 480 pounds. That's heavier than the Rebel 500, obviously, but Honda's done a solid job distributing that weight low and central. It doesn't feel top-heavy. Low-speed U-turns, parking lot stuff up. It's surprisingly manageable. On the highway, that extra weight actually adds stability. No wobble, even when passing trucks or battling crosswinds. So how's it perform on the road? In the city, the 850 is a dream. The torque lets you zip through traffic with confidence, and the clutch is light enough to keep your hand from cramping and stop and go. The turning radius is decent, and the mirrors are finally useful. Honda nailed the positioning on this one. Out on the open road, the Rebel 850 comes alive. It's not a sport bike, but twisties don't scare it. You can lean this thing confidently, and the brake has a dual 296mm front discs with Nissan calipers are strong and progressive. Rear braking is solid too, with a single 240mm disc. Combined with ABS, you've got plenty of stopping power for all conditions. And the exhaust note? Honda's given the 850 a deeper tone, richer than the 500, but not obnoxiously loud. It's a smooth, mature growl that's got just the right amount of bark when you crack the throttle. Now, price. The 2025 Honda CMX850 Rebel starts at $9,199, with the S trim bumping it to around $9,599. That puts it squarely between the $6,500 Rebel 500 and the $11K plus Rebel 1100. And honestly, it might be the best value of the three. You're getting most of what makes the 1100 great: a refined power, strong tech, confident idea for a price that won't break the bank. Who's this bike for? It's ideal for riders upgrading from a 300 or 500 who want more power without going full heavyweight. It's also a fantastic option for anyone who likes cruiser styling but wants modern performance. And yes, even experienced riders will appreciate how dialed in the 850 feels. You don't always need 100+ horsepower to enjoy a great ride. Sometimes, it's about balance, and the Rebel 850 nails that. A few things we wish were different: it would have been nice to see a small storage compartment under the seat or standard Bluetooth connectivity. The LCD is good, but full TFT would have really made it feel premium. And as of now, no DCT option. Maybe we'll see that down the road. But overall, the 2025 Honda CMX850 Rebel is a home run. Honda found the gap in the market and filled it with style, performance, and just enough edge. It's approachable, it's capable, and above all, it's fun. If you've been waiting for a bike that balances comfort, torque, and modern looks without going overboard on price or complexity, this might be the one. That's it for today's deep dive. Drop your thoughts below. What do you think of the Rebel 850? Would you take it over the 1100 or the 500? And if you're thinking of buying one, let us know how we might just feature your story on an upcoming video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more bike reviews, ride footage, and gear tests every single week. Until next time, ride safe, ride smart. This is Wheel Rev, signing off.